I was a jerk. I think a lot of people that get it pulled over are probably jerks. Uh, uh, and I was. It was a weird feeling. I'd never been arrested or handcuffed. I think I was handcuffed. I was buzzed. I don't totally remember. In a very popular gas station here in Naperville that I go to, not every day, but it's probably my favorite gas station. And uh, yeah, yeah, it wasn't a great moment. It wasn't a great moment for sure. And honestly, like I said today, it didn't even lead me to my sobriety. It didn't cause me to stop drinking. I still drank. Had to do it carefully. You certainly can't drink and drive for a while you have that little machine. I forget what it is that you got to blow in. I just think it's kind of a funny story. But I wasn't drinking. I went to the gym once, and they put a little breathalyzer in your car that you have to start the car. You cannot start it. Did I get rough with the cops? No, but I probably was a jackass. You don't get rough with the cops. They'll beat me with a club and tase me. But I was still probably a jackass and said I didn't believe that I was going as fast as he said. Yeah. But I certainly didn't get rough with the cops. That's not a smart strategy. There's a bunch of them, and they have weapons and the right to use them. Yeah, but it's called something else, not just a breathalyzer. But again, to start the car, you got to blow in it. And not only do you have to blow in it, because they don't want your sober friend to be able to blow in it, you got a camera staring at you so they know it's you. And it's very sensitive. I kid you not, if you use the wrong type of mouthwash. I came home from work and took a nap and was going back to work and wanted to have fresh breath. So swooshed around, I think it was Listerine, which probably has alcohol in it, versus Scope, which may not. And again, don't fact check me. I'm not sure which has the alcohol. But either way, went out in the car, blew in it, and I failed. And I'm going, holy crap. I used Listerine. And I was able to call somebody and get my car started again. Yeah, an Interlock. A Baiid device. Baiid device. I appreciate that. You guys are, yeah. But anyway, that's not my point. I was able to call and get my car started and say, look, I'm telling you, it was Listerine. I didn't even swallow it. Who would want to swallow Listerine? Maybe a real alcoholic would. But I've never had a great desire to swallow Listerine. But anyway, that's not my point. So I was at the gym, and I went to a yoga class, and I'm driving home, and there's a little setting there was on the car I had, where the lights would either be on automatically or you'd have your fog lights on and not the headlights. And I'm driving home. And this Baiid device, by the way, not only do you have to use it to get your car started, but you got to blow in it every 10 or 15 minutes or so while driving to make sure that you're not, literally drinking and driving. But anyway, I'm driving home from yoga, and I had my headlights on the wrong setting. And a cop comes up behind me and pulls me over. And I'm going, oh my gosh. And as he's walking up to my car, because as a cop walks up to your car, I want my hands where he can see them. I don't want to be grabbing around the car at any weird device. And you know where this story is going. And I don't want him to be concerned about me as little as possible, because a scared cop is a dangerous cop, I would guess. And I don't... Last thing I need in my life is a scared, dangerous cop. But anyway, so I'm sitting there, and he's walking up, and my Baiid device goes off, meaning I gotta grab it and blow into it. And if I don't within like 10 or 15 seconds, I don't know, the powers that be that are watching the Baiid device frown and shut down my car. So he's coming up. My little Baiid device is going off. I was all namaste and my chakras were all open to the world, but suddenly my namaste was chaotic. And again, I struggle with all sorts of mental health anxieties and stressors. And I go, "Hi, officer. I feel kind of stupid, but I got to blow into this right now." And he was totally cool and totally friendly and understood. And I guess he's probably got a lot more experience with those things than I do. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I had to reach over, grab the thing. At least I knew he knew that I wasn't reaching for anything dangerous, and blow into it while he's sitting there, and then put it down. And honestly, at least he knew I wasn't drinking. At least he knew I wasn't drinking. Because probably half the reason they pull guys over for the headlights out is to make sure that they're not drunk or whatever. And my headlight wasn't out. Again, I was on the wrong setting. There's like an auto setting, and then there was I don't know, some other setting. A setting that I don't want to use anymore because it caused Officer Friendly to pull me over. But don't you fear. Don't you fear. The Baiid device hasn't been in my car in quite some time. And I'll tell you what, that feels really good.